Hello beautiful bookish people, my name is Hannah and today I have some exciting news for you, or an exciting development, I guess you could call it, but are you ready? 3, 2, 1. God said let there be light!
Yep, that's me.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen, I have purchased some lights. Hopefully next time I'll be able to purchase a microphone. We're just slowly but surely after 2 years amplifying the quality of this channel. So today is a very exciting day because my friend Katie tagged me a while ago in the Art of Books tag, and then my friend Vendi recently did this video while painting a ukulele. So I was like, you know what? I've been painting recently in quarantine. You want to see? Wow. I call this one Thermal Heat Guy. Wow, she's an astronaut but underwater. He's not Rocky, but he is a horror picture show. I'll think about it maybe, XO baby. This one's for Rhiannon. Rhiannon loves pomegranates. And I don't know what to call this one except idea? But yes, while in quarantine, I have rediscovered my love for art. So today, we're going to be painting Richard Gansey. Wow, you can't even see that. Today, we're going to be painting Richard Gansey and doing the Art of Books tag. It's going to be exciting. I love Gansey, as you know. We got some coffee, and I'm just surrounded by the things I love. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? With the first question is colored pencils, layers. In colored pencils, layer tones gradually build up drawings using several colors. What book has several complex layers to the plot? Ooh, so this one is a cool question because I love complexity, says every reader ever. So for my answer, I actually have Pet Sematary, which is really cool because I just finished reading this and the layers are there. The flavor is immaculate. What I especially love about horror is its ability to analyze human existence. And with using horrific, unsettling elements, and that's what Pet Sematary does, because above everything else, Pet Sematary is really an analysis of why people grieve. And within Pet Sematary, you kind of figure out and understand why these people are grieving either the loss of their cat or someone else the way that they do. It's because they've all had different experiences with grief. And like, so far it's been my favorite king. I've only read 3, but that one has to be my favorite. Here's the thing, I think introverts are probably doing better in quarantine because we've already established mechanisms on how to be alone. We've already established our homebodiness and we're either cooking, painting, crafting, or reading. You know what I mean? So the next question is, so charcoal, blending down to create a smooth transition between dark and light. What is a book where the light and dark blend to each other? Ooh. Now, this one is exciting because I just read this book and absolutely fell in love with it, which was Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers. This was her first publication actually, and it's about this straight-A'd girl, very popular girl in school, and then suddenly for some reason something has happened and she's not the same as what she used to be. It's a very hard-hitting contemporary, and the whole thing you're just understanding and deep diving into this character, trying to figure out what happened to her. So you're unraveling this mystery, but also understanding Parker in a really, which is the main character, complex way, and figuring out why she is the way she is now. What made her change, essentially, because on the outside she basically had everything she could have ever wanted. She had the boyfriend, she had the cheerleading job, she had straight A's. Well, beware, like, it is a very dark, hard-hitting contemporary, all the trigger warnings for it, but I absolutely fell in love with it. It left me like heartbroken and raw. It just like hit me different. I absolutely loved it. So the next question is pen and ink. Parallel lines drawing at different angles so that the spacing of lines will create an illusion of volume. What is your favorite series with the most volume? fun. So for me, what I take from this question is like, what is a series that its world is so expansive you feel like you could probably just like step into it like really easily? And for me, that's The Lies of Locke Lamora. This has got to be, I don't talk about it often, one of my favorite fantasy books. I've heard a lot of people compare it to like an adult Six of Crows. So if you want something like Six of Crows, a heist with gritty characters, I would definitely recommend The Lies of Locke Lamora. For me, I read books for the characters, and these have some of the most fleshed out characters I think I've seen in a fantasy setting. So I would 100% recommend this book. Dyslexia check. I feel really dumb because I think I just misread the question. Your favorite series with the most volumes, like plural, like there's the most amount of editions. Wow. It's amazing how just an S can change a question, isn't it? What is the longest series I've read? Ooh, I know, the 39 Clues. Do y'all remember that series? The 39 Clues. The only reason I picked up that first book was because Rick Riordan wrote it. But that's like a 10-book long series, and I read all of them. Did it decline in quality? Yes. Do I still remember the plot twist though? Also yes. And you know what? It's fine. It stands. It's still around. I still hear people talking about it. That's a lie. But I still think about it. That's actually true. I just realized I'm not necessarily showing you what I'm doing, but I'm done with his hair.
Wow.
I feel like I would probably fail as Bob Ross because like I'm not showing you any technique, but it's also really hard to multitask. Now, I'm so calm. Painting gives me so much serotonin. Should I give you instructions? So what you do, guys, is you dip your brush into your water, and then you dip into your paint, then you slowly, methodically paint. That was bad instructions, but it gave me serotonin. I just realized it. Some of y'all might not know where Gansey is from. He's from the Raven Boys, and he's my favorite character, and we love him. He's so real, he's so raw. I love him. Alright, so the next question is marker. Markers are known for their permanent lines. What is a book that is permanently drawn in your mind? And first things first, I have to say I love that question. The first one that came to mind was The Little Prince. I love The Little Prince, and I don't talk about it enough. The Little Prince follows this little prince as he kind of circumnavigates like Earth and space, and he goes on all these little islands, subconsciously learns all these little lessons about life, and I think it's really powerful like that like I think almost anybody could read and get something from, whether it's just a reminder that we're all like kids inside. And I think it's just a magically wondrous story that I love. I love the whimsy of The Little Prince.
I love painting Gansey.
But the next question is, acrylic paint is known for their vibrant color. What is a book with a vibrant color or character? Because I was really confused by my answer for a hot second. So I went with character because I love talking about characters. But the answer I put for this one was Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson is such a memorable character. He's got such a signature sense of humor, and I think we have to thank Rick Riordan for that. Like shaping so many readers, at least he shaped me, that's for sure. I think that's why I appreciate a good pun. And I will forever be waiting to go to the Hoover Dam, to go to the damn restroom. Percy Jackson has just so many little tidbits, so many little quirks that make him so much more real, I think, that he's just forever gonna be stuck in my brain. In like a good way. Wow, we're almost done with his face. Have you guys been seeing that trend of like, I'm the main character, I'm the main character? How do you guys feel about that? Where do you guys fit in? Because I always get side character, but like, here's the thing. I'm an only child, so like, I'm pretty much a God-ordained main character, right? So, the next question is watercolor, which is what we're using. Wash is a watercolor technique resulting in a semi-transparent layer of color. What is a book that had a transparent plot? This one's tea. And for me, I'm gonna say Cinder, and because I think it's very hard to pull off the fairy tale retelling in a way that I'm surprised. I think we all knew who was going to be the princess at the end of that series. It was not hard to put 2 and 2 together. So I don't know. I don't need a complete reimagining of a fairy tale for me to like a fairy tale retelling. I don't need to be surprised. I just need you to like almost subvert some tropes, I think. And I don't think, particularly for me, Marissa Meyer did that. It was still a fun series and I enjoyed reading it. It's just like I didn't read those books for the plot, because like I knew what was ultimately gonna happen at the end. Was Lavanna intimidating? Not really. But I read it for my Rapunzel romance in book 3. So the next question is oil painting. Oil paintings are thick and can keep their shape to help build the illusion of objects and textures. Name a character or character that you remember vividly. So this one is really interesting because the one I have is Harriet from The Little Friend by Donna Tartt. Now, I think Harriet is my favorite Donna Tartt character. I know. She's like such like a vivid character in my mind of like a pessimistic, like Hermione smart character. And like you grow with her throughout the duration of the novel, and I think that's done really well. To see like her almost philosophy change throughout that book is really interesting and depicted really well, I would say. I don't give Donna a whole lot of credit, but she did Harriet's character right. And obviously Gansey. Gansey's obviously made such an impact on me. I don't know where I'd be without him. That's not true. I do. But he's still special, okay? It's been so nice being able to just paint and sit in my room because the semester's over, and today all I did was earn my black belt in Club Penguin, and it's been so nice. The next question. Digital painting, new media. What is your favorite new release? Ooh, fun. So I just read this book and actually really liked it. If you like stories that are similar to The Handmaid's Tale, actually, that's cool. I think you would really like this book. It's called The Grace Year. But this is essentially a society where girls outnumber boys and the government is scared of them. I know. And so the government has convinced every pedestrian and citizen that girls have magical powers. And so what that means is that when they are betrothed, because futuristic societies, women only have so much power, which makes sense, they are forced to go on this like grace year, which essentially is a period where they're supposed to get all of their magic out and then eventually become the loving wives that we're all designed for, right? And I like it. There's just a couple problems I had with it. Mainly that I wanted it to focus more on the groups of girls in the grace year and not just like a singular person personally, but I liked the themes that it tackled a lot. That makes sense in my head. I don't know if it does to you, but we're like getting there. This is exciting. Do you ever wonder about like if you and Gansey were real people, what your relationship would look like? Because I think we would meet in college, take a break after college, pursue our own things. I would stay in touch with Helen, and then we would get together and have some kids afterward. But you see, we've already accomplished our dream jobs, we've come together, and now we're just a powerful couple. I haven't thought about it at all. Let's move on to the second to last question, which is canvas. Blank canvas. Nothing better than a blank canvas. Canvas to start drawing out your ideas. What is a book that has the best original idea? This is exciting. This is fun. The one I thought of was The Nest by Kenneth O'Hell. This, if you've read Monster Calls, it's almost in the same vein as that. It's about this young little boy who's feeling like his little brother might not make it, so he makes this deal with this wasp queen. This wasp queen keeps popping up in his dreams, and it's kind of up to your own interpretation if you want to believe that this wasp queen actually exists, or is it just a mechanism for this little kid dealing with anxiety. And I think it's just a really cool, well executed middle grade that's also really scary. I would recommend that book to anybody who likes A Monster Called. It's more, I would say, nuanced in its depiction of grief. It's still there, but I think you have to dig for it. We also have the last question, which is scrap paper. Sometimes you just have to scrap a drawing and start new. What is a book that should have been scrap paper and reworked? Now this is very hard for me to answer because for me, there are some books that I don't like. That doesn't mean people don't gain value out of them anyway. So like, who am I to say that my opinion is superior to others? Maybe I'll reinterpret it and just say like I would edit it. I want to talk to Stephenie Meyer's editor because those books are so long and they don't need to be. And if they like just trimmed them up, they would be so much better. Also, who let Jacob have a POV? I'm bitter. Okay, you know, I'm not mad at this. I think we're done. If you want to see the final product, I'll give you a little close-up. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Wow. Wow. Now, he's still drying, okay? But, anywho, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for indulging me and letting me paint my favorite fictional character. And I'll see you next time. Keep reading and all that jazz. Which is the first well, hello beautiful bookish people. You're the only friend I need. Share this like little kids. We'll laugh until whoa! Gansey's coming together. Series. I know nobody asked for my opinion, but I'm giving it to you. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I have to say that question again. I was just burping too much. Paint, 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 Gansey. If I love you, I've probably painted you something.